accountant do in a fund? What is the role? What are the tasks that he has to complete? Why is his job so uniquely defined in a fund accounting firm? Let's take a look at some of these aspects in this video on understanding Capstock activity. I'm your learning partner Sushila Hariharan. Welcome to this video on understanding the different aspects of Capstock. The term Capstock refers to two words, capital and stock. Okay, so this refers to the capital that is contributed by the investors into the fund. This is the basic meaning of a Capstock. So now to understand that this Capstock in an open-ended fund is different from that in a close-ended fund. Alright, in an open-ended fund where there is a possibility of a continuous subscription or a redemption, the activities in the Capstock account will be very high, right? Whereas in the other cases, in the close-ended fund, it won't be so high. So let's understand step by step what are the tasks that a fund accountant has to do and how does this move, how does the capital stock, how does it get activated, how does it increase, how does it decrease in this video. First things, as investors put in capital into the fund, this is called as a subscription. Subscription means when the investors have contributed capital into the fund. As everything else in finance, timing is extremely important. Okay, because you have got to register the inflow of capital, you have got to record the inflow of capital, you've got to register the new investors into the fund, right? So this is handled by the transfer agent. The transfer agent is responsible for managing everything with respect to understanding the ownership of the fund. Okay, who are the owners of the fund, how many units, what is their allocation in the fund, what is their proportionate allocation, etc. is all taken care of by the transfer agent. So when capital comes into the fund, this is called as a subscription into the fund. So we subscribe for mutual funds, we subscribe for OTTs like Netflix and Amazon Prime, etc. We also subscribe into a hedge fund. I mean, if you're an accredited investor, that is. So this increases the capital that is available for the general partner to invest in. The second activity in the Capstock, which comes under Capstock, is redemptions. That is investors taking out the capital from the fund. So these two main activities, if they are handled, has to be handled, in a perfect manner. If it is not handled in a perfect manner, then there is every possibility that the fund is not able to use this capital to the optimum level. Hence, investors are very careful about understanding the ownership as well as allotment of different investors into the fund. So Capstock refers to all the activities that come under the two key activities of capital subscriptions and capital redemptions. So as capital subscriptions flow into the fund capital base increases. As redemptions increase in the fund, the capital base decreases. So the general partner or the asset management company and the fund manager must have a complete updated information about how much capital they have to deploy in the markets. If it's a bullish phase, if the markets are in a real bull run, economy is doing very well, interest rates are very low, currency is strong, then you find a lot more investors subscribing to the fund. At the same time, if the fund manager's historic performance has been very good, he has been able to deliver very high alpha, that is the performance metrics, then the fund manager's prestige is very high, his reputation is very high, so there will be more investors coming into the fund. On the other hand, the market is in a slightly bearish phase, the economic indicators are not very strong and interest rates are very high, the currency is plummeting on a daily basis, then we find that the redemptions from the fund reduces a lot. Or if the fund manager has not been able to outperform the benchmark like an S&P 500 or a Nifty 50, then in that case also we find that the investors lose the trust, lose the faith in the fund manager, they withdraw from the fund. When they withdraw from the fund, it unfortunately results into the capital base being reduced and the fund manager having a much lesser capital to play around in the markets. So Capstock activity is extremely important in order to record all the inflows into the fund as well as to record all the outflows from the fund, that is the subscriptions into the fund and the redemptions from the fund. These are mainly the two activities of Capstock. If you are interested in a career in investment banking or hedge funds, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm your learning partner Sushila Hariharan. Thank you for watching.